Hello all, Vinod here from Endurance Engineering Academy, and here I'm back with a general video. Okay, again, it's going to be a discussion. It's a general discussion. Okay, so which I said in the last video itself, that is, I will be posting not only technical videos, I will be posting some general videos related to gate preparation and all. Okay, right. So now, what is this video about? Okay, so the video is about a story. Okay, a video is about a story. In fact, it is not a story because yes, I was interested to say stories, then I will be saying stories in future. Okay, so but now, like in the future videos, but now this is not in fact a story. Okay, so it is about, and I could say that it is about an experiment. Okay, it is about an experiment which is conducted by a doctor. Okay, so conducted by a doctor, in the sense I'm saying about not a doctor, he's a research fellow. Okay, so a research person. So a research which is done by a Japanese scientist. Okay, so that will be a most correct word. So what is the result of that research, and what we are going to observe, and what is the small change which we are going to do in our life, so that it's going to influence us a lot. Okay, so that's what we are going to learn. So I'm going to take only a small extract of it. Okay, so if you want to read the complete experimental results and all those things, you can refer to the book called as The Hidden Messages in Water. Okay, so this is the book which is a bestseller book. Okay, so the doctor's name, that is the research scientist, okay, Japanese scientist name, actually I'm not very comfortable in pronouncing it, but you can look it out, Dr. Masaru Emoto, I guess so, but I'm not comfortable in pronouncing it, but you can say check the spelling. So if you Google it, you will find out. Okay, now what is the story about, or what is the experiment about? It's very simple experiment. In fact, this experiment is first explained by my teacher. He said about this experiment first time. Okay, and then I googled it and I learned about it more. Okay, but anyways, now whatever needed I'm going to discuss now. Very simple. This person, the scientist, taken a glass of water. Just imagine I'm just going to say this story in a simple manner to understand. Okay, to make it very simple. Okay, just consider the scientist taken a glass of water, and first thing, okay, what happened? I will say it in a different in a manner which will be making you to understand. For example, let us consider you are going for an interview. You are going for an interview, and there was a person, that is, interviewer was there. And once you enter into interview, the interviewer asked, he kept a glass of water before you, and he asked, say everything good about water. Okay, that is the first question. In fact, okay, that is the first question the interviewer is saying to, that is the person who is interviewing. Okay, he is saying to that the candidate. Okay, so he given a glass of water to the candidate, and he asked me, just say something about, say good things about the water. Okay, he has to say the good things about the water. And what a thing, this is like a candidate who is appearing for an interview, so obviously he will be interested to get the job, right? So he will do whatever he want to get the job. So first thing he started with, oh my god, water is something which is very, very essential for life. Without water we cannot live, we cannot live. Without water plants cannot grow. If plants is not there, we cannot eat. And without water, like trees cannot grow. The trees cannot grow. There is no possibility for farmers to survive. So water is helping each and every person in this world. In that manner he started to say. Okay, that is, he started to exaggerate the things more. He started to say every possible good things, whatever the positive things, whatever the good things, he started to say about the water. Okay, the water was in his hand. Okay, so he said about everything. Now he went, next candidate came. He given like the water which is given, let us keep that as A. Okay, the water glass is A. That is the first candidate. Okay, that water cup has been kept away. Okay, the glass of water has been kept away. Now a new glass of water is taken and given to candidate B. And again the same question, but in a different manner. Now the interviewer asked to say all the bad things which you know about water. say why is water is bad for us, like that he asked the interviewer. Suddenly candidate doesn't know what to say, but he started to say whatever possible. What he said, so this is the water which is not like, this water is something which is making us to worry. If there is no water, then we could have lived like something else. Since water was there, we are suffering. There was scarcity of water, and due to this water only farmers are suffering. Since there was due to this water, because there was no water only, the farmers are suffering. And if there is no water in this world, we could have lived it like something. We could have enjoyed the world as much as possible. Because of this one little water, there was lots of problem in this world. He said like this. He said something like, he also exaggerated many things, but all the bad things about the water. He said everything which is bad about the water. Now, this is the glass of water which is given to candidate B. Okay, what is the question to candidate B? We asked him to say about all the bad things about the water. And let's consider this is the glass of water which is given to candidate A, and we asked us to say, or the interviewer asked us to say all the good things about the water. Now, both of them are taken. Okay, both of them are taken, and it is observed through the, like, we can imagine something. It is taken, and then let us consider it is kept inside a freezer. We are going to make it as an ice. Okay, it is kept inside a freezer. Once after making it as ice, we used we used microscope, and then we started to see it microscopically. First, the candidate B's water, that is the water where the candidate was said that he cursed. Okay, the candidate B was cursed the water. We taken that water, and we are observing through the microscope. And the microscopic structure of that particular ice cube was worst. It's zigzag. It's completely, what I can say, the worst ever possible microstructure. Okay, then they taken ice cube A, that is where the candidate A said that full of positive things. Okay, so he taken that and he measured it. Okay, in the same thing he measured, we are going to see it in a microscope. Now we observed a proper crystalline structure where the microstructures are perfect in nature. Actually, this is an observation which is made by, this is true observation which is made by Dr. Masaru Emoto. I hope the pronunciation is correct, but still listen something. Okay, maybe I would have added some masala to it. Okay, so I said it like a story so that it will be very interesting. Okay, but the research has been done. If you want to read about the research, you can just go back and check it out in the book. Okay, but it is not necessary in fact. But what is needed from this? Simple fact. What is our body made up of? Our body is almost made up of water. 80 to 85% it is water. So, if we keep on saying negative things about us, to ourselves, not even to others, if we keep on saying negative things about us to ourselves, it's going to affect us. Your body, that is the water, is observing everything which you are saying, not only the words which you are saying, the intention, the thought, everything the water is going to observe. This is exactly the research meant to be. What is the research is? What is the power of water's absorption capacity? So water can absorb. So the result is something like water can absorb your intention, energy, thoughts, words, everything. So water is something which can absorb everything what you give to it. Okay. So if your thought is negative, your body is going to absorb it because your body is made up of water. If you say something negatively to yourself, it is also going to be absorbed by your body because your body is made up of water. If you try to do something which is negative, then obviously that is also going to be affected by, that is also going to absorb by your body because your body is made up of water. There is a famous saying, right? What you thought you become. The reason is very simple, because your body absorbs everything which you are thinking, and it's going to behave like in that manner only. So what you thought you became, that is true. That is the statement which is given by Buddha, but that is actually true, which is experimentally proven by a Japanese scientist. So finally, why I am introducing all these things here in this video, simply I am asking you to stay positive throughout entire GATE preparation. This is not applicable only for your GATE preparation, it is applicable entirely for your life. So staying positive, being positive, thinking positive, talking positive, that is going to change your way of life, that's for sure. So that is about this video. Okay, so this video is a very simple thing. I just said you a story and then I said what is the observation from the story. The observation is your body is capable to observe everything, right? So if you are going to be positive, the result or whatever you desire is going to be positive. But if you are going to think negative, if you are going to talk negative, if you are going to see negative, or if your intention is in negative manner, okay, everything, okay, that is going to be absorbed by your body, then it's going to result in a disaster. So positivity is the key. So positivity is the key for everything. It's not only for GATE. Okay.